Hello, my name is Mitch and I draw Blood Force. And today we're taking a look at page 2 of issue 2 of Blood Force. And we're kind of going warp speed ahead here. I'm continuing what I was doing last time, where we're just kind of skipping over the blue line drawings. And from what you can see actually showing up on the video here, I think that's the right way to go. And I am actually trying to block in some word balloons this time. So hopefully nobody's hands get covered up. You get one like right over somebody's eye. Something like that. I'm going to get a page or two where I do that. Where, just completely block out somebody's mouth. And this is going to be a page of General Rancor just chewing out Hawkstab. And it's a pure Talking Heads page. That's how the first 3 pages of this issue go. Which isn't 100% ideal, but we do dive into some more interesting stuff pretty soon after that. And the Talking Head stuff usually it's fairly quick to draw, but it's also boring, so you don't get the best stuff like from the artist because he's just not 100% engaged. Unless you can find interesting things to do. Now, I mean, for me personally, I enjoy drawing faces if I can make them act a bit. So, I don't know if you can see here. This is, I decided to make him a bit more yelly. I don't just do the full screamy bit. I like to actually try and give him some form of expression. Which is not really the image motif, or I don't know, what would be the thing there? It's not really in the image motif, sure. But I mean, the ultimate point of this is that I just enjoy what I'm drawing, and I enjoy drawing faces, but I enjoy drawing them the most when I can make him be doing some emoji shit. We got Hawkstab here doing his best, sir, yes, sir. And I think I changed his look a couple of times here. I mean, that's full-on Matthew Modine out of Full Metal Jacket doing his war face. I didn't end up keeping that, but I really thought about it. Just because it looks so fucking silly. These gestures are tough, these poses. Trying to get Hawkstab being authoritative and, kind of casual and dismissive. And, like all that shit that you want from just a hard-ass superior officer. It's a little tough to get that feel right sometimes. I mean, unless you're Rob Liefeld, you just have everybody, like, straight-backed. That works fine. I think I'm looking for a reference for just how to clutter Rancor's desk here. And, that's a good idea for the page I'm currently working on, which is page 3. I'm about halfway through that right now. And this is where I get to follow up on how I redid panel 1 of page 1 here. It's like, okay, you don't want to just draw a regular office now. You better put some techie shit in there. It's like, oh, god damn it. Now I got to do something. I think it looks okay. It doesn't have to be like a big wowie kind of office. Sooner or later, I'll probably want to do that at some point. But from more of like a command center kind of thing. This is more just, I need something in the background while these guys say kind of funny things. Now, there's not much to say when doing the lettering, but it is kind of an integral part. And it takes up a lot of real estate on the page, so, I mean, I'm not, this is important stuff. And I have shrunk my word balloons considerably. and or shrunk the guidelines, still without using the Ames lettering guide that I have somewhere, I think. I'm reasonably sure I have one. It's not here. I don't know where that thing is. And it, like, it wouldn't be too hard to find out, like, to, find a video how to. Let's see if we can find one of those. I don't have much to talk about here. I'm just writing. So, can we find a video that says how to use an Ames lettering guide? There's got to be one, right? Like, I know it's extremely niche. How do you spell Ames? Yep, there it is. Oh shit, it auto-completed for me. Oh yeah. Okay. I was kind of thinking it was such an old school, useless thing these days, considering with Photoshop, that it probably wouldn't be in there. But no, I mean, there's dozens. Okay, good. So I can hunt that thing down at some point, and maybe figure out how to use it. And it's probably going to make things easier where I don't sit here making sure my my lines don't converge on each other. I think I do okay though for a guy who's not using an Ames lettering guide. Okay. So are we actually going to do some type penciling now? Oh no, oh geez, now we get to do more lettering. Okay. God damn it. I'm thinking, okay, there's going to be stuff going on now that I can talk about, I'm sure. But no, not so much. Although this is basically just putting some fun lines into General Rancor's mouth here. So, if we recall from the last issue, what happened at the end of the issue, they were sent to Mount Canada. I believe I touched on this in my last episode. They were sent to Mount Canada to investigate what happened to the Spasm team and see if it was Clerg, if it was aliens, and find out, yep, it was Clerg. They wiped out the Spasm team, and then they got attacked themselves, and they were able to defend themselves. Clerg ran away. Blood Force takes the Spasm data cache and fucks off out of there. And now Hawkstab's getting yelled at because it wasn't violent enough. They should have chased him down and wiped out every single one of them, and posted some heads and set everything on fire, and sent a message that this is what happens on our turf. Yeah, see, reminding him he is not. They are not the super duper. Oh yeah, super duper best friends club. And I do like these lines here. If you're unsure of how to proceed, if you feel that a situation requires more nuanced approach, if a mission appears to be in danger of resolving itself peacefully, force it, blood force it. And this is kind of a mission statement for the comic as well, a bit. And one of the dangers, actually, of having, you blood force it. Am I understood? You get the big close-up. One of the dangers of doing these, doing the letters right on the page is I do tend to skimp on the backgrounds when I have that there. Because, I know that, I don't know, maybe I can, work it into my head that I can do it the other way, where it's most of this thing is covered up, so what you can see, you should have a lot of detail on. Like I said, it's just the first few pages of me doing it this way, since I was 20, so hopefully I'll be able to motivate myself there. Now, did I remember to put the strap on General Rancor on his shoulder? Because I didn't on the next page. I had to white out some of it. don't think so. I think I might have to go back and fix that. I must have here, though. And we can already see General Rancor's hair getting out of control compared to the last page. I do like how that hand holding the cigar came out in both of these panels here. Now the left hand there in this panel turned out okay too. For that casual, just kind of flinging the papers on the desk. Yeah, and we got to get rid of the big Matthew Modine eyes. Just make it more squinty and like more Forrest Gump, really. Closing the eyes and flinging the head around, just yes sir, yes sir. Go right for the inks, yeah. And naturally start with Hawkstab because it's always best to start with Hawkstab. I mean, unless Hard's there. Hard's the most fun to ink just because he's just all bulgy and you use like really thick lines around him, around his as an outline. But Hawkstab's like a good middle ground. Yeah. Get them angry lines in there. Good stuff. Yeah, some silly faces, which is just the best stuff. And we're working on our neck stretchies. Still not 100% there. I'm putting some more thought into it and like I'm going to look up online for some reference, because why not? How do those chords work? That is another thing about Hawkstab, actually, is one of the reasons I enjoy doing it. I get to do some cross hatching, which you don't, like, proper cross hatching from all directions, like this here. Which you don't always get to do. I mean, oftentimes you just like single hatching or single and then like something at a diagonal. I don't get to do like 3-4 layers and just make it a mess, which is my preferred method. That circle thing didn't come out too great. Ah, well. And I can see I did not remember to put that strap on him there, Rancor, in that top panel. We'll see if I managed it in the inks. I kind of doubt it, though. I think I might have to go back and fix that. Now, while this is an imagey kind of pose, I don't know how imagey the execution is. Probably not too much. But I think this panel turned out okay. Most of this page turned out okay, really. Yeah, haven't really had any stinkers yet. Yeah, I mean, it's only 2 pages, but still. Page 2 of issue 1 was not a lot of fun for me. That's the one with the big splash of. Oh yeah, I didn't do a video on that. But if the live reading is still up when you're viewing this, you can go back and check it out there. That's the first big splash with Maxtremus, where and just I don't know, it was difficult to. Because that one I wanted to find reference for both comic booky and real life. Because you got to figure out a few things. Make sure I get some proper proportions in there. So a little beyond human. And that's, I mean, yeah, the size of the boobs, sure, but like also just, head to shoulders to waist, etc. And wanted to get a 90s costume that wasn't flat out lingerie or bikini. I also wanted to, and the walk was important too, because that's a tough thing to pull off sometimes. Well, not a superhero, just a person walking without it looking kind of goofy. So yeah, got some photos of models walking on runways and shit. And it's like, there we go. That looks like a Max Streamus kind of walk. That's it. It's not it, and I think actually most of the panels in that one turned out pretty good, but it's still like it wasn't fun to do. So and it took me forever. I think that one took me a couple weeks because I wasn't 100% in on it yet on the comic. These days I can't take more than a week on a page. Only reason it takes me that long is because I have a day job. But yeah, so that one sat on my desk for like 2-3 weeks, and just is like, full page shot of a half naked lady, and and my desk is facing my front door, so as soon as anybody walks in here, it's like that's what you get to see. It's like, yeah, no, it's, yeah. I mean, at least, like, I don't know. Everybody knows I'm doing the comic now, so it's not a big deal. But still, it's just like, yeah. I just don't want to work on this thing. Not so much of a problem anymore, at least. Oh, no straps. Nope, I forgot. God damn it, I got to go back on this. And if I forgot it here, I definitely forgot in the next one too. And like particularly in these panels, you can't do that because there's very little in the way of backgrounds. So the detail on him should be fairly good. If it's a big shot encompassing more of the background, encompassing more people, I think I can get away with it a bit more. But this one, where it's just basically him, it's like, no, you probably should go back and fix that up. Oh well. But yeah, no, these panels are going by pretty quick. Of course, there's no background in anything that we've done yet, so that's going to slow things way down when we actually decide to do something like that. This expression didn't come out too great. That's a little Adam Kubert looking. I like the proportions here, though. Oh, lost track of what line I was is actually that cigar smoke there. It's a problem when you don't like really tight pencil, which I never do. I can do like I can tighten it up from sloppy outlines, like just basic shapes, to like these. I guess this would be more like, yeah, if you were to like storyboards kind of, or breakdowns. I think they usually call them. That's the extent of penciling I do. Whereas an actual penciler probably makes it look pretty much exactly how it looks in ink. Yeah, since I draw in ink, I never get that far. But you do get some difficulty in that I'm always interpreting my own pencils. Nope, didn't remember shit. Knew something was off when I was doing this, I think. I'm like, it doesn't look quite right, but yeah. That's okay. It'll look good for the comic. Presuming, of course, the comic, I can never get it to come out. It'll come out, you know, and it'll look fine. Okay, at least got a little bit tighter with the hand here. You don't really want to fake that stuff. And toss around file folders and shit. I like how it's got a little receipt in there. Everything's gonna have receipts. That's probably a gas bill for the Bloodbird. I think that got named in the previous issue. I'm not for sure, but they're Quinjet looking thing, you know. Oh yeah, and I was working with the light on the other side here because for my revisit videos, having the light on the left side here just gives me a ridiculous amount of glare, and I hate it. I hate how it looks. So I figure I switch it to the other side, but the problem is that doesn't work with the drawing because, you know, my hand's often covering something, you know, like a page. so it's casting a shadow on exactly what I'm drawing. So this doesn't work out too well. So I switched it back. I'm just trying to find a new setup for the actual revisit videos. I think I've got it okay now. Yeah. There we go. There's some backgrounds for you. A bookshelf. That's how it goes. Now we're going to try and figure something out for this one. And I think, just going to do like a monitor and like some basic shapes. And just remembering to try and put a lot of lines close together, basically. Yep. And no, this isn't, this is basically just supposed to be like computer panels. I'll color some of it in. There we go. And yeah, that looks okay. Do the other side too. Oh, is that the whole thing? Sure. Okay. Yeah, why not? I don't think I did put anything behind him here. Yeah, no, just work on this panel here. Any panel where I think I can get away without doing backgrounds, I think I probably will. If it's like, you know, you got to try and put at least something on each page, usually, unless it's like a big punch kind of thing, and you're doing all speed lines. Speed lines count as background. All right, it's when you don't put anything, like in the middle panel here. Panel 4 with the close-up on Rancor chopping the cigar, and it's got the black smudginess and the cross-hatching. That's like half a background. And then this one here, I did kind of go full background on, just because it's like a punchline joke, so it needs to like reset. I like this pose though. This is not the Liefeld pose, but it's pretty close. It's like almost like that bodybuilder presenting pose, but not quite flexing yet. Where if he's walking, he's just waggling his torso back and forth. And we remember the stubble on General Rancor here. And I might have forgotten a bunch of shit on this page. I gotta think I remembered it. I think probably just had a thicker pen here. Just like, you know, finish up the lines with the thick pen, then move in with the thinner pen. Yeah, and this is all still kind of thick stuff. And we got to fill in. Oh, this is probably the worst part here is just filling in Rancor's desk. Yep, all this stuff. Yeah. Yeah, this is not super in-depth backgrounds, but it's just enough to sell it that it's a real room. And of course, I don't have any kind of blueprint for this. Like, you know, what is this supposed to look like? Like, nope. We're going to fake it every time. This isn't even going to make any sense in comparison to panel 1 on this page. Oh, right, I decided I wanted to do a sound effect here. And decided after I finished the sound effect that I should not be freehanding them. I should be using templates. I should be using the French curve, should be using rulers. Oh shit, I forgot about drawing some stuff here, apparently. Yeah, that's, you know, good enough. I'll leave it for that first panel, but from here on, yeah, no, you do it a bit more professionally. Yeah, that's very nice. You did a good job there, and then you forgot to do the straps. So, well. And I didn't do the stubble. Fuck's sake, there is a bunch of stuff on that page I gotta finish. I mean, I guess these videos are good for that at least, where I can go back and just like, yeah, no, oh, forgot this. Oh well. The page is done, and I mean, the page looks fine. For talking heads yelling at each other, it looks okay. This will never get me $5,000 in an auction, but it's, you know, solid $800 page, like 20 years from now when I'm established, you know, and there's been inflation for a couple of decades. So. All right, but thank you very much for sticking around. That'll be it for this one. If you like this video, please hit like and subscribe, and hit the notifications if you want to see more. You can go over to my Twitter. You can follow me there. You also get alerted. And the big one, go over to my Patreon and subscribe, because we need more subscribers if we're going to get Blood Force off the ground. But until the next video, thanks again for watching. I'll see you later.